Aloha and welcome to episode 24, season 2 of my winter long stay on Oahu, November 29th, 2025. My name is Beach Monkey. I'm a photographer, surfer, and traveler. During my stay, I want to show you the spots I surfed, the places I ate, and the activities I did, so when you come to Oahu, you can plan your own ideal itinerary. And please don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons. On this episode, a morning hike at Diamond Head Crater Trail, a surf session in Waikiki, and dinner at Marugame Udon. Diamond Head Crater Trail, Leahi, took us about an hour 10 minutes from the parking lot and back, and it was about 2.3 miles total. There's a 560-foot elevation gain. If you're a Hawaiian resident, there's no fee to enter, you don't need reservations, no fee to park either. If you're a visitor, it's $5 per person to enter and $10 to park. You will need a reservation if you are a visitor. Make sure you go to the website for more information. There is a bus that does drop you off at the bottom of the park, and you have to walk a mile or so to get into the entrance. But there's plenty of parking if you want to drive. So as you see here, the first part of the trail is paved. It's concrete on either side of the trail. They're doing restoration, so please don't go off trail. At this point of the trail, I sometimes see mongooses running back and forth across. So this part's fairly easy. And I was saying before, if you're in good shape, this is gonna be a very easy trail for you. If you're out of shape, it's gonna be a very difficult climb. Now, back in 2022, fun fact about myself, I was very out of shape. I was about 40, 50 pounds heavier, and I did not have fun on this trail. The views were incredible, but I was had to stop 20 times, hyperventilated in the tunnel. I got to the very top and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get in shape. So I came back next year. I didn't hike this trail, came back the year after. And I was like, well, this is a really, really hard trail. So I hiked a bunch of other trails. My friend was like, okay, we need to do Diamond Head. So I did Diamond Head. I got to the very top. I'm like, okay, where's the rest of it? Where's the really hard part? I'm like, this is it. So after realizing for a person in shape, this is a very easy trail, I was like, wow, I was very out of shape. So the next day we did Cocoa Head, which is one of the hardest trails you can do. And I did it fairly easy as well. But as you see here, the trail is concrete path, the first part. You'll see a lot of local fauna. It's kind of grasslands. And during the rainy season, this stuff turns green. During the hot summer months, it kind of turns brown. It's just, the nature of the climate there. But it is fairly easy. There's a slight incline, and you'll see coming up, the incline does get a lot steeper. So here's where the concrete path begins and more of a stone path starts. There are some trip hazards, so just be careful. So if you or somebody in your party has a unsteady gait or they're prone to trip, make sure they walk carefully from now to the rest of the trail. And you see the incline starts going up just a little bit, but it's super pretty going through the scrub brush. One side of the trail is the stone face of the mountain. The other side of the trail is a drop off. And please don't climb over the guardrail for heaven's sakes. And coming up here, there's a little spot with a bench you can rest. There is a bit of an incline here. So for someone who is out of shape, this is one of the first places that you stop to kind of just take a little break. It's on the pretty little spot. I wear an Apple Watch. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but it does let me check my heart rate. So on difficult climbs, make sure you know your limit for your heart rate. If it gets to a certain point, just stop, take a rest. If you look down here, you see some trip hazards as well too. So be careful with your step. And this is where the trail starts winding back and forth and it gets a lot steeper. So if you, like I said, you're out of shape, make sure you rest a lot and also bring plenty of water and wear sunscreen. This is one of the first best overlook areas to kind of take photos. There also is an audio tour that you can do as well too. And this is some of the stops for the audio tour. Kind of get a good view of the crater. But it's a great place to take photos. There's tons of Instagram worthy spots all through the trail, but this is one of the first places that you kind of stop, get some good photos. As you can see up here, there are some people sitting in this nice little area taking a break. Like I said, for someone out of shape, this is a very difficult trail. For someone who's in really good shape, this might seem like kindergarten. Very, very easy. A lot of people run this trail. You see what this guy's doing here. So it's a very easy trail. It's a nice workout. But for people who are in terrible shape, uh, this is a difficult trail. So just take it easy. You don't have to, it's not a marathon. You don't have to, or a race. You don't have to get up there as fast as you can. Just enjoy the view, go slow. And my rule of thumb is if my friends' heart rate gets above a certain point, we just stop and take a rest. Nothing wrong with that. Get some water, just chill. Coming up here is a really great Instagram spot. As you can see, you can stand out here, that little catwalk. I think this is like an old pulley system. I don't remember from the audio trail or tour what this was, but you can also see inside the crater there as well too. But this is a great photo spot. As you see people out there posing, but you get kind of that on the cliff kind of look. But I love stopping here. I stop every time I get a photo, regardless if I need one or not. But it's another great stopping point also to catch your breath. As you see, does get crowded on the trail. So, even though they limit the number of people who can get in per hour, there are spots that builds up a lot of people, and this is one of them. But it's a great place to take a photo. Now, here is the first set of stairs. There's a bench there to take it easy, but it is a nice little set of stairs. I always recommend, like I said, if you're out of shape, sit down there for a while, just take it easy, get some water, walk around a little bit, enjoy the view. But the stairs does wear out a lot of people, even though if you're in shape, it doesn't seem that bad. It's straight up and it goes right into the tunnel. So this is where I hyperventilated my first time ever getting in there. I got in that tunnel. I was like, felt like I couldn't breathe because I was so out of shape. But just take it easy. Always kind of as well to wait for people to kind of like come down so there's more room. It's fairly narrow, but it's a nice little jog going up. Here's going into the tunnel. The tunnel does get fairly narrow. So if you're claustrophobic, just go through fairly fast, but make sure you watch if people coming towards you. There's a lot of people who just squish up the whole tunnel. Just be polite, turn to the side, let people pass as well. Two people can get through as long as you kind of turn your shoulders a little bit. There's light in the tunnel, and the tunnel is on an incline. So if you're walking downwards, give the people walking upwards a little more space because a lot of times they'll be out of breath. There's no place to kind of like stop and rest here. So you want to do it in one shot. So as you see, there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you go to your right, that's the infamous 99 stairs. It's a great workout to go there. I didn't show it that much, but if you go to your left, this is the easier route. It gets a great view of Diamond Head Crater. There's a place to sit and rest because a lot of people, once you go through that incline to the tunnel, like my buddy 6 a.m. Productions, he needed a little bit of a rest. This is his first day back in Hawaii, and he didn't want to exert himself too much, which is smart. Like I said, we always check our heart rate to make sure it's not too high. It gets a little too high, we kind of just chill a little bit. It's a good place to sit, get some water, check out the view of the Diamond Head Crater. I like going up the other way. Go 99 steps first. Those 99 steps lead right to the very top of the crater and go backwards around. You just get a better workout. But this is a typical way people go to the left and then walk up gradually to the top of the crater. But just sit, enjoy the views, get a rest, drink some water, and then chill. Now, these are the stairs to your right that go up to the very top of Diamond Head. And there's another route you can go this way as well, too. It's a pretty little view down here that gives you a view of Diamond Head Lighthouse and the beach and everything like that. So here's another place to rest and get a great view. If you look down there, that is Diamond Head Beach. That's a great surf spot. I surf there all the time. Over there is where it's kind of like the lighthouse is, and you can see the inside of the crater trail. It gets a better view up top, but that gives you a really pretty view and another good place to rest and chill and get some really good photos. Now, here are the steps that lead to the top of Diamond Head Crater Trail. They're metal. They have guardrails on each side, handrails, so you can grab a hold if you're a little unstable. But take it very easy. If you're out of shape, like I said, this will make you out of breath again. There's a lot of adults get out of breath walking at one flight of stairs, and this is probably 3 flights of stairs. So just take it easy. There's like landing pads. Stop there if you can. Don't stop too long because it does get a little crowded. And this will make you way to the first kind of landing area to get to the top of Diamond Head Crater Trail. Here is another spot where you can go to your right and go to the very top of Diamond Crater Trail, or go to your left, and that will lead you kind of to the bunker, which is another area. It's really cool. This is a good spot, like my friend at 6am Productions is doing, just kind of catching his breath. Going up those 3 flights of stairs does, bring your heart rate up. So you want to make sure that, you take a breath, don't exert yourself too much. Kind of showing him some different places they surf at. If you look down below, you can kind of see the lighthouse down there. And that's the place I surf a lot. And around the corner, that's another surf break called Tongs. It's another great surf break. And this is the stairs that lead to the very top of Diamond Head. As you see, it does get crowded up there. So everyone just show patience, take your turn. But the stairs are fairly easy. It's another 2 flights of stairs, not too bad. And here it is, we made it. This is the very top of Diamond Head Crater Trail. As you can see in the distance, there is a bunker over there, an old pillbox. Don't climb out there, of course. And look at that view you see of the crater. That's Waikiki in the distance. I believe that's Kapliani Park. I'm not quite sure, but it's a great place to take photos. It's like the best photo op. So I like standing where that girl is with the hat, and then you have someone stand above. You get the whole view of the ocean, Waikiki Beach, the whole 9 yards right there. So it's a great place to take photos. But you kind of see the view down there. It looks just incredible. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the view. We'll be up here for a while taking photos and enjoying ourselves. So it's just a beautiful place. I usually chill up there for about 15, 20 minutes at least, but don't get in the way of everybody trying to take photos. Here's another fun, just little spot to take some photos. As you see, the top platform was fairly crowded and I was waiting for people to come down. But it's a good view of the beach down there and then the ocean and everything. Just another great photo spot. Good spot to do videos as well too. But as you see, the top platform was crowded. There's a couple people up there. They're there for like 15, 20 minutes taking photo after photo after photo. But that's okay. I mean, you spent 45 minutes or however long getting up there. It's always good to take your time and get as many photos as possible. Some people came down, so now it's my turn to get up to the second platform. You see there's another little platform up there too. A lot of people taking photos. Like I said, it does get crowded. If you shoot your photo from here down where the guy in the orange shirt is, that's like the best shot you can get to get all of Diamond Head in there, the crater, and then the Waikiki in the distance. But it's such a great spot. And then here is the very upper platform. You see it's still very crowded. There's people just hanging out there. So if you're not taking photos and it's crowded up there, the best bet is like get down immediately because there's people probably waiting to get up there to get their turn to take a photo. So finally I decided to go up. Just wanted a quick photo when I got up there. Just look at that view. You get Waikiki Beach. You get Diamond Head Beach down below. That's Tongs, another beach area down there. Just want a quick photo. Like I said, some people take up too much time up there, but just have consideration of other people. If you see people waiting, don't stand up there and just chill out. Let people get their photos so they can get up and leave as well too. But it's just a beautiful view. Imagine what it's like with sunrise, because sunrise comes up right off the ocean over there. It's just crazy packed. And now we're kind of going down towards the bunker area. I think this is another really pretty spot. The summit is spectacular, but this is another really cool spot. It's an old World War II pillbox, and I think you can get to some spectacular photos right here. So to get into the bunker, you have to kind of crawl on your hands and knees and crawl off this little space right here and jump down. There's little steps there. And this is another spot to set up a really cool shot, and I'll show you how I did in a second. I'm getting my photo first, and then I'm going to get 6am Productions photo. What you basically do is have the person kind of walk in that little area there, get up with their hands on top of the concrete area and kind of just look out. And I kind of lean over the railing there, kind of angle the camera up. And it's just such a cool, iconic photo you'll see here in a second. I showed 6am Productions his photo. He liked it. He seemed satisfied. So this is the other way to kind of go down. You can walk down from the summit if you want, but this is kind of a fun way to go down. There's a little spiral staircase right here. The lighting isn't that great, but you can get some really cool photos on the spiral staircase. And here is the 99 steps I told you about. It's a great workout, and but it is very steep walking down. So if you are unstable, make sure you use the handrails. But it's a great exercise to walk up the 99 steps. As you see here, I have some people who are moving fairly slow. So I was going down like one step at a time, but it's a great view. It's another great shot. If you somehow get the stairwell clear, take a photo shooting up with the yellow, on the stairwell and the walls and everything. It just looks really pretty. It's another great photo shot. Later that afternoon, I went to Waikiki to go surf. I grabbed my CJ Nelson 2.0, my 10-foot log. Great for cross-stepping and nose riding. I went to a spot called Canoes. Canoes got its name, as you guessed it. There was outrigger canoes zipping in and out of the lineup. Definitely get out of the way because you'll get crushed if you get hit by one. Anyways, so Canoes is an iconic spot. Summertime, the waves are easily on average 4 to 5 feet. Beautiful spot. Wintertime, which we're in now, it averages 0 to 3 feet. And today was like 1 to 2 feet, about 27 kilojoules energy. So not that great of waves, but still the great thing about Waikiki is even small waves will give you a 10 to 15 second ride. Now, Canoes is broken up into really three separate surfing zones. To the far left is a reef break, and some of the locals call it the reef bro break because a lot of guys are out there surfing. It's just a really good, fast right there. And then to the far right, you have it's kind of more of a sandbar. It's a little more shallow. A lot of people on beginner boards are surfing out there, but at certain tides, that is like the best place to surf. I kind of paddle back and forth between the two. And in the middle section, that's where a lot of people are kind of learning how to surf. There's little baby waves. People are floating in inner tubes, swimming. This is where it's a great place to bring families because it's so gentle on the inner part. It takes roughly about 5 minutes to paddle out to the break, depending on which way you go to and what the tide is like. Today, I believe it was kind of a mid tide. So I think I was paddling out to the reef break, which is to the far left. And the lineup includes a lot of people who are locals and that rip to like very beginners who barely made it out there. It's also kind of like a social hour. So sunset, there's a lot of people just that know each other, intermingle, talk. It's a fun time. It's like we call it the social hour for surfing. And what better way to kind of mingle and talk and hang out with people, way better than a bar, is hang out with them surfing. Now, some hazards you have to watch out for. Of course, there is a reef bottom. So certain parts, if you stand up, you might get your foot caught on the reef. There might be sea urchins. There's not as many here as there are in other places. Also, hazards are other surfers. There's a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. There's very little surf etiquette. People just take off. I have so many videos of kook moments where a surfer just dropped in on me or their board goes flying in the air. So just be careful when you're dropping into a wave. Show etiquette if you know how to surf. And if you don't know how to surf, learn what etiquette is because you get yourself seriously injured or, worst case scenario, you end up in the hospital or, less worst case scenario, you ruin someone's ride on the wave. Basic etiquette, someone's on the wave, don't jump in front of them. Simple as that. And then if you're paddling out, it's your job to get out of the person who's on the wave's way. If you're sitting there waiting for your wave and someone's coming at you, move. It's pretty simple. But anyways, so paddling out to the lineup, you see I'm not there yet. It's been a couple minute paddle. And where the people are catching the waves, that's where you want to go. And you see how long and gentle the waves are. It's definitely a long boarding break. I've seen people out with short boards. They kind of catch waves. In summertime, it's a lot better to catch waves on a short board. The waves are a lot bigger, but it's definitely a long boarding break. It's one of my favorite spots to surf. I surf here about every single day. That night, me and 6 a.m. Productions went to Marugame Udon. Probably pronounced the name wrong, but it's a spot on Kuhuyo Avenue you always see a huge line. Don't let the line scare you, it moves pretty fast. The restaurant is a popular Japanese fast casual chain. It's known for its handmade style udon noodles served in a theater style kitchen. That means you kind of watch them make the food as you kind of go along. It's kind of cafeteria style, meaning like you tell the person what you want. They put it in the bowl. You can grab stuff as you go along. You have customized noodles and broth with various toppings like tempura, beef, egg, and savory broths. But there's also a lot of tempura stuff that you can grab to go as well too. It's an extremely popular restaurant. Finding a table is sometimes difficult, but the food is so good. This is pretty much my go-to spot when someone comes to town to visit me. Like I always take them to here because the food is fairly inexpensive, but it's amazing and it's filling. I rarely finish a bowl of food when I get stuff like this, but I finished it that night. Here is the food that we got. I can't remember what it was, but it was good. And then, because I know a lot of these food videos have someone eating, I'm gonna give you a slow motion video of 6 a.m. Productions eating his broth and slurping up his noodles. Enjoy. Thank you so much for hanging out, and please keep checking back for more videos. Aloha.